This new environment provides opportunity to celebrate future and current student athletes as they exercise their name, image, and likeness rights in new and exciting ways. I was fortunate to serve as the chair of the Division I Council when we worked with many administrators, campus leaders, coaches, and student athletes to arrive at this historic moment in college sports. The process demonstrated a commitment to cross-division collaboration to ensure all student athletes were presented with the same opportunities. This is the policy. The NCAA is committed to ensuring that its rules, its enforcement of those rules, protect and enhance student-athlete well-being and maintain national standards for recruiting. Those goals are consistent with the NCAA's foundational prohibitions on pay-for-play and impermissible recruiting inducements, which remain essential to collegiate athletics. As the NCAA continues to work with Congress to adopt federal legislation to support student-athlete use of NIL, it's necessary to take specific short-term action with respect to applicable NCAA rules. Accordingly, effective July 1, 2021, and until such time that either federal legislation or new NCAA rules are adopted, member institutions and their student athletes should adhere to the following guidance. First, NCAA bylaws, including prohibitions on pay-for-play and improper recruiting inducements, remain in effect, subject to the following. For institutions in states without NIL laws or executive actions, or with NIL laws or executive actions that have not yet taken effect, if an individual elects to engage in an NIL activity, the individual's eligibility for intercollegiate athletics will not be impacted by application of Bylaw 12, Amateurism and Athletics Eligibility. For institutions in states with NIL laws or executive actions with the force of law in effect, if an individual or member institution elects to engage in NIL activity that is protected by law or executive order, the individual's eligibility for and/or the membership institution's full participation in NCAA athletics will not be impacted by application of NCAA bylaws unless the state is invalidated or rendered unenforceable by operation of law. Use of professional services providers is also permissible for NIL activities, except as otherwise prohibited by state law or executive action with the force of law that has not been invalidated or rendered unenforceable by operation of law. Second, the NCAA will continue its normal regulatory operations, but will not monitor for compliance with state law. And finally, individuals should report NIL activities consistent with state law and/or institutional requirements. As a director of athletics, I understand the work that goes into managing issues, and I know schools are best positioned to be a resource for questions about state laws. Although the NCAA will not monitor for compliance with state laws, the national office has provided direction noting that what is prohibited under the new policy, which can be found at ncaa.org/NIL. Thank you to everyone who is contributing to this important work of navigating this new era of college athletics.